Today, I'll walk you through step by step how to integrate Microsoft Outlook with ClickUp so your emails, calendar events, and tasks all live in one connected workflow. ClickUp is one of the most powerful project management platforms available right now, and pairing it with Outlook, the email and calendar tool that most professional teams already rely on, means you spend less time context switching and more time actually getting things done. If that sounds useful to you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more productivity guides like this one. And let's get started. The first thing you need to do is open ClickUp and sign in to your account. Head to app.clickup.com in your browser, enter your credentials, and land on your home screen. If you use single sign-on through your company, go ahead and use that route. It makes no difference for the integration we're about to set up. Once you're inside ClickUp, select the workspace where you want to connect Outlook. ClickUp organizes everything into workspaces at the top level, and the Outlook integration is tied to a specific one, so make sure you're in the right place before you go any further. If you manage multiple clients or teams in separate workspaces, you'll repeat this process for each one individually. Now look to the lower left corner of the screen and click your workspace avatar. That's the small icon or initial that represents your workspace, not your personal profile. A menu will pop up, and from there you want to select either App Center or Integrations, depending on which version of ClickUp you're running. The App Center is the newer name for this area, but both labels take you to the same destination, a directory of all the tools ClickUp can connect to. Take a moment to scroll through the list of available integrations. It's worth familiarizing yourself with what's here, because ClickUp connects with dozens of apps, from Slack and Zoom to GitHub and Google Drive. For now, you're looking for Microsoft Outlook. Use the search bar at the top of the directory if you want to find it faster. Just type Outlook and it will surface immediately. Click on the Outlook tile to open the integration options page. Here you'll get a brief overview of what the integration does, which gives you a chance to confirm this is exactly what you need before committing. When you're ready, click Connect or Add Integration to kick off the process. A Microsoft sign-in window will appear in a pop-up. This is Microsoft's own authentication portal. ClickUp never sees your password directly, which is an important security detail worth knowing. Sign in using your Microsoft Outlook account credentials, exactly as you would when logging into Outlook or any other Microsoft 365 service. If your organization uses multi-factor authentication, you'll be prompted for that here too, so have your authenticator app or phone nearby. After you sign in, Microsoft will display a list of permissions that ClickUp is requesting. Read through these carefully. They typically include access to your calendar and, depending on the integration scope, your email. These permissions are what allow the two platforms to share data. Once you're comfortable with what's listed, click Accept or Allow to grant access. If you ever change your mind later, you can revoke these permissions directly from your Microsoft account settings. Give the authorization process a moment to complete. You'll usually see a loading indicator, and then ClickUp will confirm the connection. Once it does, you'll be returned automatically to ClickUp with the integration active. Now comes the important part, configuring the integration settings to match your actual workflow. Not all Outlook integrations offer identical options, so what you see may vary slightly based on your ClickUp plan. Where available, you'll be able to choose whether you want to sync emails, calendars, or both. Think about what genuinely adds value for you before enabling everything. Syncing your calendar is often the most immediately useful starting point. Select the specific Outlook calendar you want to sync with ClickUp. Most people have more than one calendar in Outlook, a personal one, a shared team calendar, perhaps one from an external invite. Choose the calendar that contains the events most relevant to your ClickUp projects. You can always add more later. Next, configure your synchronization preferences. If the option is available, decide between one-way sync where events flow from Outlook into ClickUp but not the other way, or two-way sync where changes in either app are reflected in both. Two-way sync is more powerful but also more complex. For most users just getting started, one-way sync from Outlook into ClickUp is the safer choice until you understand how the data flows. Save your integration settings once everything looks right. ClickUp will typically show a confirmation message and the connection will become live. Before you call it done, create a test event in Outlook, something simple like a dummy meeting, and then check ClickUp to confirm it appears. Similarly, if you've enabled two-way sync, create a task in ClickUp and verify it shows up on your Outlook calendar. This test step takes 2 minutes and saves you the frustration of discovering a misconfiguration during a real deadline. If the data isn't syncing as expected, go back into the integration settings and review your choices. A missed checkbox or the wrong calendar selection is the most common culprit, and it's easily fixed. One final piece of advice: treat this integration as something that needs occasional maintenance. Microsoft Access tokens, the credentials that keep the connection alive, do expire periodically. Set a reminder to check the integration once a month, and if you notice sync has stopped working, simply reauthorize it from the App Center. The process takes less than a minute. And that's it. Outlook and ClickUp are now successfully integrated, and you have a live synchronized connection between your email calendar and your project management workspace. The time you'll save by having your meetings and deadlines all in one view is genuinely significant over weeks and months of work. Save this video to come back to the setup steps whenever you need them, and I'll see you in the next one.